Hello and welcome to another video. Today is kind of a special video because two reasons. One, I don't like most of the poses in this video coming up, which means that it's probably really, really good for me. It's like your vegetables. It's an acquired taste. You eventually like them, but it's one of those things that I find a bit challenging, and which kind of ties into the second reason why this video is a little bit special, and that's because we're working on core strength. I think there's a lot of people out there that really like working on core strength naturally, and that's awesome. If that's you, you're going to love, love, love this video. Core strength. Core strength is good for obvious reasons. You know, it protects your back from injury and just a whole host of other things physically that core strength can do for us. But yoga is not just about physical strength. Yoga is about energy. Yoga is a philosophy. And if you're like, that's all hooey, that's fine. You're allowed to just enjoy the fitness aspects of yoga, because there certainly is a huge component of fitness in yoga as a byproduct of the energy. Now, as I've talked about before, core strength, that's where we tap into our, energetically, our inner strength, our willpower. It's our epicenter of our self-confidence, our self-esteem. So specifically today is designed for those of you out there who have ever been bullied or put down in order for someone else to feel better about themselves, or felt just degraded in any way, shape, or form. This is for you. If that's not you, that's okay too. You might still love this one as well. But really, I want to connect with those people out there who have felt pushed down. And may I be so bold as to say, that stops right now. Let's tap into our inner strength, our self-confidence, our self-esteem, and know that just like the poem Desiderata says, my favorite poem ever, you have a right to be here, just like the grass and the trees. And if you're not aware of your own self-worth, we need to fix that immediately, because you are worth it. Okay, I'm like starting to tear up. That was not my intention for this video. Let's just get started. Let's just get started. So Carla doesn't cry in the video. Finding Balasana child's pose or whatever centering posture works best for you today. Taking those first few moments to get settled in. And especially on the exhale, softening and melting. Feeling those spaces where your body connects with the earth. Feeling the strength of earth. And taking the next few moments to set an intention for your practice. It can be anything that resonates with you. I recommend connecting with self-confidence, self-esteem, inner strength, that part of you that will never let you down. That doesn't mean you're never going to fail in life. It means you're going to stand up for you. And even if you have really good self-esteem, it's kind of like brushing your teeth, you know? You don't just do it once and you're all done. It's good to reconnect with that. Once you've established your intention for your practice today, take 3 slow, deep breaths through the nose. Really expansive breaths. So at the top of every inhale, taking that extra sip of air, feeling a gentle stretch in the lungs. And at the bottom of every exhale, squeezing out that last puff of air to make way for fresh new air to enter. Take all the time you need to finish all 3 deep breaths. And when you do, slowly start to make your way all the way up and back to that first downward facing dog. Toes tuck under, hips press up and back. If you're still working on that last deep breath, no worries. We'll be here for a few moments, walking it out. We'll all meet here eventually. From here, start to send the feet forward all the way to the top of your mat, and we'll land in a forward fold for a few moments. So the feet are parallel, and we let the head hang, feeling space between each vertebra. Lots of space in the whole length of the spine. From here, maybe a little bend to the knees first, maybe not. Slowly ragdoll one vertebra at a time, taking your time, taking your time, taking your time. All the way to standing. And then we will get warmed up, and then we'll keep going. We'll do a vinyasa style today. So we'll do a little exercise, and then we'll do a vinyasa. We'll do a little exercise. We'll do a vinyasa. As always, if you're not quite there yet, this is called 0 to hero, not 0 to 0.5. So if this is progressing a little too quickly for you, please don't give up. Stay with us, but we can modify, and it does not mean failure. It means you're honoring and respecting yourself. It means you have self-confidence and self-esteem enough to protect yourself. So in that case, if you don't want to do the vinyasas in between, just skip that out and then join back in for the next exercise, okay? So honoring your body. I'm providing lots of bells and whistles, but if you're not quite ready for those, please don't push anything, okay? Coming up to the top of our mats, heels and toes together, standing up nice and tall. On an inhale, raise the arms way up high. We'll go nice and slow this first one. Just allowing your shoulders to warm up a little bit, keeping the low ribs in. There's a tendency to sway the back, trying not to let that happen. One more inhale to lengthen. On the exhale, gliding forward, use the glutes, 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 nice and smooth, all the way down to your Uttanasana, standing forward bend. We'll take a few moments here, letting that length happen throughout the backs of the legs. Looking up to the horizon for flat back, long through the neck. And from here, bend the knees, plant the hands. Send the feet back to a strong plank, scooping the belly in. Pausing here for a few moments. This is such a good warmer-upper. If the leg straight is too much, of course, gently lower the knees down to your mat. Honor your body, honor yourself. Since this is a core conditioning video today, keep the pelvic floor pulled up, just like one of those first videos where we squeeze the pelvic floor and pull the belly in. Lowering chaturanga, hover, hover, hover. Inhaling for cobra or upward facing dog. Either way, hold for just a few moments with the belly scooped in if you're an up dog. And downward facing dog. Few deep breaths here. And send the feet forward all the way to the top. Inhaling for flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, use the glutes to come on all the way up, reaching up high, getting taller. And exhale to a tall mountain. And again, inhale, arms go up. Exhale, gliding forward. Inhale for flat back. Exhale down, heading back to plank. And lowered chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Few deep breaths. And send the feet forward all the way to the top, inhaling for flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reaching up high, getting taller. And exhale to a tall mountain. Just one more. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, gliding forward. Inhale for flat back. Exhale down, heading back through plank. And lowered chaturanga. Inhale, wide open shoulders. And exhale, downward facing dog. And send the feet forward. Inhaling for flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reaching up high. And exhale to a tall mountain. Preparing for knee ups. I'm not very creative when I name conditioning exercises. I've got my little timer. I like to use a wall so I don't have to worry about balance, but it shouldn't be too hard to balance. We lift the right knee up, stabilizing through the left leg, and we lift the knee up. See, knee ups. What better name could you possibly give this exercise? So here's what we're doing. If you can't feel what we're working just yet, just wait, you will. Things and stuff. This one's kind of hard, I find. Again, I sort of talked about these are the exercises that Carla's not so super at, and so I don't like them for that reason, which is funny because some of the more challenging exercises I actually like because I can't do them very well. I'm like, oh, challenge accepted. But this one, this whole front body situation is challenging for me. So my leg kind of feels like it's 8,000 pounds right now, and that's okay. That means I'm getting stronger. So I'm here lifting my knee up like 100,000 times. We're actually already a good chunk of the way done. If you need to break, just lower your leg for a sec, or maybe lower a little bit lower ups. Otherwise, up as high as you can. Maybe your knee is even almost touching your shoulder. Maybe you are really strong in that hip flexor. Wherever you're at, it doesn't matter, right? It's not about how high can you go, because I could probably lift my hip up and get in the complete incorrect alignment, but that's not what this is about. It's conditioning so that the rest of our yoga practice will go much, much smoother. In fact, all of our exercises today are to help Navasana boat pose, Paripurna Navasana, full boat pose. If you haven't taken a break yet, feel free, there's still time, or just keep going. Either way, I think my knee's getting a little bit lower with each little up, and that's okay. Keep going. A little bit scooping the belly in as well. So this is still core. Hip flexor is still part of our whole central core area. But we don't tend to do this type of thing very often. We're done. Slow, 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 slow. Either just hang out here, or if you're looking for a little bit of warmer upper, a little vinyasa in between sides. So arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for flat back. Exhale down, heading back through plank. And lowering chaturanga. Inhaling up. And exhaling. Downward facing dog, but we're not in our down dog for very long. Send the feet forward. Inhaling for flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reaching up high. And exhale to a tall mountain. Preparing for the other side. Let's just get her done. Okay? Left knee goes up. Doesn't really matter where you put your hands. I'm like leaning on my cupboard. It's fine. It's fine. Again, this is not a traditional yoga pose. This is to help. Let's see, what else does it help? Oh, it helps the like hand to big toe pose. Eventually we extend that leg forward. It helps that one as well. And it's called Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Hand to big toe pose. So that one's another one Carla doesn't like very much. But this kind of exercise, I sure like those exercises or those poses rather a lot more once I've conditioned a little bit. It's been a while since I've done this particular 0 to hero type of a challenge. So this is just as good for me as it is for everyone else. Keep going. If you are happening to notice your supporting leg on fire a little bit, that is a fun bonus. That's just free of charge, that one. That's just extra added gravy. Keep going. Breathing deep. We're in the home stretch now. I've talked about before, I know I have a muscular imbalance. I'm very right-handed, and legged. So for me, my left leg, it's like, come on, left leg, go. If that's you as well, not to worry, it does even out over time. And mine did even out over time, but when you don't use it, you lose it. So now I'm getting back on things again. We're done, we're done, we're done, we're done. Either just hang out here, recoup here for a few moments, or if you're looking for a little bit of extra challenge, inhale, arms go up. Exhale, gliding forward. Inhale for flat back. Exhale down, heading back through plank. And lowering chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Couple deep breaths, not too many. And send the feet forward all the way to the top. Inhaling for flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reaching up high, getting taller. And exhale to a tall mountain. Okay, the next one is another one Carla doesn't like very much. This one is dedicated to a student of mine. You will know who you are in just a moment. I think that you might dislike this one as much as me. And if you do, I'm here for you. I'm here with you, okay? This, we're going to start in similar to Warrior 3. Again, I like to have something to hold on to because adding balance to strength and stretch at the same time is hard. So if you can eliminate that, that's great. If you are looking for the extra challenge though, have at her. It's a fantastic exercise. Standing on the right leg, room here. Left leg goes up, okay? I'm going to start our timer right now. So left leg is up. We're going from warrior 3 to standing split. So touching the floor, coming back up. This is hard with a wall, let alone without. But whatever you think, touching the floor. You can even keep this hand on the wall if you like. Try to use glutes, okay? The supporting leg will be working more than the top leg probably, but try not to slump. Find lots of space in the supporting hip. So don't drop, but try to find lots and lots of space here. Keep going at your own pace. Slow, slow, slow. So this is for your calf muscle on the supporting leg, your hamstrings as you come up. Try to come up with a straight leg. Keep that leg straight. If you can't go all the way down, reach for a block, right? Or maybe the floor, coming back up. Just sort of up, like you can bring your hands to heart center if you want to. Keep going. Take breaks whenever you want to. And if you're like, this is insanity, you're right. This is crazy. And this is really hard because we don't very often use these muscles in life. Why would we? We don't do this thing. If you're feeling your back muscles working at this point, that's normal. They are. Your supporting glute should be on fire. So should this one. If not, squeeze it. More, more, more. Back toes lift up, up, up. We're almost done this side. Like maybe another 2 more. Okay, we can do this. We got this. Fingertips to the floor. Try to go slow, not just collapse. Keep the legs straight as you come up. I think we can do 1 more. Wherever you're at, 1 more. Oof. Okay, release back. I actually really like that one. It feels terrible. Either just wait or like find some sort of fetal position, or for extra insanity, just because some of us are crazy, out of vinyasa, in between. Forward fold. Inhale for flat back. Exhale down. Back to your plank. Lowering chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Downward facing dog. And send the feet forward. Inhaling for a flat back. Whoops. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reaching up high. Exhale to a tall mountain. Right now, my left leg is like trying to leave because it knows it's up next. This is one of those you got to pull the pants up for that second side. Ready? All of a sudden, I'm like antsy. Left side, we got this. Right toes go back. Flipping the timer, right leg goes up. Belly scoops in. Here we go, we're in warrior 3. Fingertips to the floor. My left leg already is like, that's enough. Keep going. Just little teeter-totters. Nice and smooth. Keep going. Or take rest. Even if you get in like 5 of these, that's what I do in class. The most I ever do in class is 5. I don't think I've ever put on like a 2-minute timer and said go. It's absolutely insane. So do take rest, because this is crazy, really. Having a wall really does help though, by the way. Remember, shaking is weakness leaving the body. So if things are shaking like they are for me right now, that's a good thing. Keep going. Keep breathing too. 1 home stretch now. Just 2 or 3 more. Let's say 2 more. And come on up. Okay. Either just hang out or inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Holy smokes. Inhale for flat back. Exhale down, heading back through plank. And lowering chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. From here, lowering all the way to seated. This one is actually good. I like this one, the next one. We'll use a 2-minute timer, but it's way easier. Okay. What we do is we are lying on our right side. Okay, our right side. Extend your right leg out, left leg over top. I'm like out of breath for that one because there's so much adrenaline. My body's like, no. Okay, so for this one, we're lifting this leg up and up and up. Ready? Go. Way easier. The funny thing is that this exercise right here helps the last one we did. So they all kind of work together, and this is all really helpful for Warrior 3, for Navasana boat pose, and also for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, or hand to big toe pose. Basically all of them. This class today helps all of them. Keep going. If you need to rest, of course, do. Otherwise, keep on going. And you know, if it ever occurs to you, which it did to me when I first started yoga and started learning about how certain exercises help certain things, not because of the physical aspect of it, but because of the energetic aspect of it, I thought to myself, okay, so if this is for willpower and self-confidence, I think I might have just made everything worse because I'm so bad at it that I feel bad about myself now. But what I learned was it doesn't really matter what I think about myself, which I know is kind of a bold statement when we talk about self-esteem. Literally is how you think about yourself. But there's a concept in yoga basically that says you are not your mind. You know how they say your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy? You're not your mind. So whether or not you think you did a good job, we're wanting to work on things like that, but it doesn't matter. Energetically, you're getting the benefits, whether you think you did a good job or not. So yeah, I'm actually like holding my head up because it feels like it's working too hard. And we're done. Other side. Here you go. So we are on our left side and extending the left leg. Right leg is on top. Here we go. We lift up and up and up. I like to just sort of hold on to my leg. You can actually lay all the way, I forgot to tell you that bit. You can lay all the way down and it's easier on the neck. I like doing it because it's a neck strengthening exercise. And that will help like later down the road, headstands, all that kind of stuff. Neck strength is really important. Also for neck injury reduction, you know, like there's things in life where we tend to get neck injuries, you know, in vehicles and things like that. And if you have a very strong and flexible spine altogether, your neck, your back, everything, it can help reduce injury in life off of the mat. So, yeah, fun fact. Keep going. Breathing deep. One of the things that does help get stronger is lots of oxygen to the muscles. We're almost done already. And we're done. Okay. From here, since we're already seated, heading into our boat pose kind of conditioning thing. So for this one, I'll also put on our timer. And all we're doing is, there's different levels of it. So for extra help or assistance, holding onto the backs of the thighs, we extend one leg and put it back down. Other leg, put it back down. Or you could even lean back. So this, I think, is where I was last week or whenever we did the last one. I wonder if I'm feeling a little bit stronger. Not really. No. I'm back here. Not all the way back here like I think I was last time. Up on maybe fingertips. So wherever you are, pull the belly in. So this is kind of for upper legs. It's all connected close to the core. Just keep going. I call this one boat pose can-can. And I will spare you the singing. But feel free to sing at home. Keep going. I know I felt this the next day. Did you guys feel this the next day? The quad work and all the things we did. I'm looking forward to feeling this tomorrow. It means I really worked hard and I did something awesome. Keep going. Almost done. Last round. All right. From here, either just wait, or if you'd like to toss in a vinyasa, heading back through plank, lowering chaturanga. Inhaling up, and exhaling, downward facing dog. And lowering back to seated. Next sort of boat pose conditioning exercise is, well, boat pose. So here we go. You can start with the hands behind the upper leg bones and lifting the heart up to the sky. So that's priority number one, is keeping things lifted. The way we do that is pelvic floor squeezes, belly scoops in. So that helps everything lift up. Sternum lifts up, it's all connected. Then maybe we don't even straighten the legs all the way. Lifting, just like we did in our knee-ups, trying to lift the knees as close to the shoulders as we can, before we start to straighten the legs. Otherwise, they'll kind of straighten out here, which is not what we want. We want them to be in and then just sort of unfold and float all the way up one fine day. For now, pulling the belly in, pull those knees in as much as you can, and then straighten as much as you can. Maybe this is as far as we go today. Maybe you straighten all the way. Either way, belly scoops in, hold. Hold, things should be shaking. Hold. Hold. And release. From here, just like we did last week, heading into Take It Up Asana. So what we do there, and you have to be a little bit careful too that we don't go too hard too far. I've actually wound up straining an abdominal muscle because I was like, my feet will get up off the floor. But if you're not there yet, that's okay. Mine are not. So pressing into the hands, wide across the collarbones, and then hips maybe lift off the floor, maybe they don't. Maybe the knees and feet do as well. Hold. Breathing deep. Hold. 3, 4, 5. Release. Here we go again. Heading into boat pose. So same integrity as the first one. Otherwise, modify, okay? You could even just stay here, lifting up tall. Ready? Go. To your degree, maybe the knees are bent, pulling them in towards the shoulders. Maybe they're all the way straight for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. I think I released on 4 1/4, but it's fine. Here we go, planting the hands into the floor and wide across the shoulders as much as possible for 1, 2, pelvic floor pulls up for 3, belly scoops in for 4, and 5. Release. 1 more. Ready? It's our last one. Maybe. We're going for number 3 anyways. Okay? If you need to modify more than the last time, it's totally fine. So what I would like you to think now is don't pace yourself. So whether we're going to do 3 or whether we're going to do 5 or whether we're going to do 10, don't let that sway you. We're just here for a good time. It's not a long time. We're almost on the whole class, okay? So preparing like it's our very first one of the day. Pelvic floor pulls up, belly scoops in, and go. For 1. Breathing deep for 2. Pelvic floor pulls up for 3. Belly scoops in for 4. And 5. Release. Here we go. Planting the hands. And we lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, that was fun. We're only doing 3. So either just hang out and wait for the next thing, or if you're feeling spunky today or feisty, heading into a little vinyasa, back through plank, lowering chaturanga, inhaling up, and exhale, last downward dog or child's pose or whatever you're in. Maybe it's Sukhasana, easy pose, or cross-legged. Couple deep breaths. And release. Preparing for Shavasana. We did it. We're all done. So take all the time you need to get set up for your final resting pose and know that it is a very, very well-deserved one today. If you Feel like your back needs a little support today, feel free to keep those knees bent with the feet on the floor. Otherwise, extending the legs, extending the arms along your sides, palms facing up, which is a little bit challenging today. We did a lot of front body strengthening, so really opening up those shoulders, letting them soften in your Shavasana. And in our Shavasana, we'll let our breathing return to normal, but maybe just to get there. Sometimes there's a lot of adrenaline when we do core strengthening. So just taking a couple deep breaths on the inhale and the exhale through the nose, soften, 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 soften. And again, inhale deeply through the nose. On the exhale, soften, 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 soften. One more. Inhale, expanding. On the exhale, softening, softening. Closing the eyes. And allowing your whole body to feel heavy into the floor. Feeling supported by the floor. And relaxing especially through the neck and the shoulders and all the way down the arms. Letting the fingers softly curl. Softening through the face. Softening around the eyes. And even the muscle between the eyes. Just letting it all go. And starting to come back. Wiggling fingers and toes. Gently roll your head from side to side. And reaching your arms above head on the floor, give yourself a big stretch, feeling totally refreshed. And bending your knees one at a time. And gently roll over to the right side. Just pausing there for a moment as you come back. And when you feel ready, start to press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seated position. And when you arrive, palms facing up on the knees, inhale, sitting up tall. And exhale, softly close the eyes. Taking those final moments to reconnect with your intention. And knowing that you are, in fact, one step closer to that intention. Thanking yourself for showing up to your practice today, for taking care of you. And always giving back one more additional little thought to someone else who might not be as far along as we are today. Giving them a little extra silent love, care, and support. And slowly open the eyes. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today in this extra special core strengthening class. Have a really good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Have a really good rest of your day. Bye for now. Namaste.